Ta-da! Hello.
Good morning.
What's up?
Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
And Hannah.
And we're all still waking up. We have various, I'm kind of a morning person, so I can be chipper as I wake up, kind of. But not all of us are. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
I'm Hannah. I'm minion number 2.
You guys are both subdued. And that's okay. So, as you may have noticed, because hopefully I'll get this video out today, we filmed on Thursday this week, our old filming day.
Yes.
Our old filming day. I didn't talk about the weather. We were looking, we can see outside that way. So if we keep looking that way, it's because cars are going by and maybe pulling up, and it's very distracting. But that's where I look for the weather. And it's a nice day out. It feels like a nice fall day, kind of, right?
Yeah.
It's cold.
Gonna be 60 something. Low mid 60s.
It's cold. That does not make Hannah happy.
Tomorrow's going to start off colder.
It's gonna get colder. Yeah, it can get colder. So, but it's starting to feel like fall now that it's October. It's finally starting to feel like fall.
I'm excited.
Back to I squirreled. By the way, I saw white squirrels yesterday.
I did too.
Yeah. We've discovered white squirrels, which Brevard is known for, is not always an indicator of good fortune for the shop. It used to be. It indicate a bonkers day. And now it's like, I don't know. But, so, we're filming on Thursday, and the reason we're doing that is we have our ribbon cutting tomorrow. So, not like we just opened the shop, but we opened this location around a year ago. Yeah. I was doing a traumatic, well, not really. We opened this location last October, and so we've been here a year. So it's not like they made a sign for the chamber made a sign to come celebrate our new location, and people suddenly panicked that we were moving.
You were not moving.
We're not moving. We still consider this our new location. We've been open for 8 years and only been here a year. And when we opened last year, Helene had just hit, literally the same weekend that we opened. And so, the weekend right before we opened. And so the energy, the time, the mental capacity was not there for celebrating our opening. So we are doing the celebration we would have done last year, this year, so we can still celebrate. We're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of being in this location. Ta-da! But that's tomorrow, with the ribbon cutting and giveaways at 11 a.m., and we open at 10 a.m., and we film at 9-ish a.m., so it was going to be too much to do tomorrow. We need to be getting ready for that.
We have to pace ourselves.
Yeah.
I like the ish.
Ish. Oh, I'm very ish on a lot of things. You mean the 9-ish? Yeah. Hannah knows. It's usually because I'm late that we don't film at 9. We get going by 9:15, 9:30. And so it's very ish. The goal is always to film at 9. It is not met pretty much any week. But yes, very true. So we're filming today so we can have time to get in the right headspace for the giveaway tomorrow. And the ribbon cutting and all that kind of stuff tomorrow. We're actually going to probably spend a lot of today around the edges getting ready for tomorrow. So you get us a day early. If you're local, come to our ribbon cutting tomorrow. It'll be fun. And help us celebrate the new space that we love. Absolutely. And we get such positive feedback on. So, but we wanted to get you an episode this week. So here we are. I don't think we have any questions or anything.
Shawl pins.
Oh!
Shout out to Amy.
Shout out to Amy. She wanted to talk about shawl pins. We can show some of them off. The issue is they're too specialized to put online. Like,
why don't you take a picture of them to just tack on to the end of the episode?
okay, we will try to do that. We have shawl pins from Crafty Flutterby. And they're the kind you stick a pin, a post through a fancy front that she's made. And we have the penannulars are my favorite. I'm going to grab, we used to have a penannular up here. I'm going to go grab one just to show people how they work. I think it's in something.
Oh, I
in
know
the back
which
room.
one you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm going to go get the thing it's in to show you, and then we can take a picture, and if you like one of them, you can call us. Because they're all one of a kind, and to take pictures of them all and put them online is challenging. They're in the Notion room. I'm going to go grab one, and while I do that, Hannah, do you want to share? Or do you want her to share first?
Liz can go.
Okay, Liz is going to talk about what she's working on.
I finished project 218, take 2, on needles. I'm putting buttons on it now. So, anyway. It is Bernie's cardigan. Ta-da! Thwap, thwap, thwap. Anyway, it's his cardigan. So, it is double-stranded Encore tweed on a size 19 needle. And, ta-da! Anyway.
It clicky clacky.
It clicky clackies
Are.
where the buttons are. He picked out the buttons. I gave him choices and he kind of helped. Yeah.
You gave him a lot of choices.
I gave him a lot of choices and I'm seriously regretting that. But he doesn't watch, so that's okay. No, it went green, there's gray, and then blue. And I was like, ooh, what color do you want your collar? And he was like, gray. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, really. And I was like, okay.
You pulled is that your final answer?
Yeah.
On him?
So
and he
got
said,
blue
yeah.
on
He
his
didn't
cups.
take the hint.
No.
What was your hint? What did you want him to say?
Blue would have worked better in the order, so it would have been blue, gray, blue. But
you gave him a choice.
I gave him a choice.
And it's his. So next time, what will you do next time?
I won't give him a choice.
Excuse me. Yes. Okay. You wanted him to feel some ownership.
I did.
I totally understand that. That's
And
wonderful.
Then I was like, do you like the collar length or should I go longer? Should have gone longer, but he liked the collar length.
Well, okay, how you phrase the question though is my experience with people who I'm making things for who are not involved in the process or like just want something or don't, I don't know. Is if you say, "Do you like this?" or they'll be like, "Yeah, it's good."
I don't know his reasoning for any of it. It was just like
I think he just wanted to have the conversation be over, probably.
Probably. He was
he's
like, I
"That's
just
fine."
don't care.
Yeah, right?
So
Next time, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And he can take it or leave it.
I can go put more inches on his collar, but
You probably
I
wouldn't
would
notice.
he wouldn't notice.
I would say, if it's a gift you're never going to see again, then you can just be like, well, it's done now, but you are going to see this again.
I'm gonna
and if
see
it's going
this
to
again.
bug you.
I don't know how much it's more the fact that he puts it on with the shoulders all the way forward that bugs me.
I do that too. Yeah. Well, it's because he's like, and it's not because he's a guy, but it could be. But I do the same thing, so it's probably not. It's just someone putting something on going, I want the back of the collar against my neck. And not all knit things fit that way.
Seth does it too, in Bernie's defense. So
I know.
I have to dress.
Yeah. It's like
I have to. You guys have to dress me when I put on
Yeah,
my raglan
that's
scene
very
cardigan
true.
that doesn't fit, like this one. Probably what I'm about to do, which is gonna look garish with the top, but that's okay.
So
So you're
anyway,
sewing the buttons
I'm
on.
sewing the buttons on. And I started a new
Oh yeah, show that too.
um.
That's mine.
Let me find my needle. There we go. I started a new craft hobby, whatever. Anyway, it's fun for now. I am doing Sashiko. I want to do a dress that's all Sashiko, but
Can I
this
hold
is
that
my
really
little
close?
sampler.
She's doing stitching. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's hard to see from further away, so I'm holding it up. So you were drawing this on the stencil
I have stencils.
during sit and stitch, and now you're stitching it,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It's so cute. It's a fox.
It's a fox.
Hannah's last name is Fox, so
Yeah.
we go, it's a fox. That's not why she's doing a fox necessarily, but
It's kind of why I bought the fox.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna assume. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
I was like, oh look, one with a fox. It came with a fox, an owl, a hedgehog, which was another reason I got the pack of stencils, and then a Christmas tree and a whole bunch of
So what is that little thing?
This is a palm thimble.
Can you show people? I think that's cool. I love gadgets.
It sits here on your hand, and because in Sashiko you use longer needles and you put the back end of the needle up against here, so when you're weaving it through, it rests, and it actually, like, it was wonky at first, but now it's like, oh, my needle's not there, and I'm like, I need my needle there.
She was ringing someone up yesterday, and
I thought money had gotten stuck up underneath of it.
I looked over and saw this little patch there, and that's what. When I did archery, there's there's a word for it, and I can't remember it now. But it's kind of like a thimble for doing archery, where you're protecting your fingers. It's finger guard. That's what it's called. And the finger guard, when you have it on, you have a little flap on the back. Like you put it on your finger, there's a little flap on the back, and there's the big piece on the front so that you can pull back. And it doesn't cut into your fingers. And so it looked like she had a finger guard on backwards. And I was like, what? Like my brain went to archery. It was really, anyway.
But it's you got to have a longer needle, and I've always loved longer needles anyway.
You have.
And
So it drew you to the craft.
In fact, I bought a set of Sashiko needles, and I was like, oh, they're really short. They were probably a centimeter shorter than the needle I'm using. But I was like, they said long needles. Those aren't long needles. Like,
it's funny how, like, when you do a craft, you become, okay, we're not open yet. We're not answering that. When you do a craft, you just, like, I'm not quite to the point of being able to eyeball what size needles are, but I'm getting close.
well, like this one's 3 inches.
I mean knitting needles, but yeah.
and
So
I
the feel
just
of a
like
needle.
the long, because you gotta back it all the way up into your palm for Sashiko. Like it, it's like that, and
That looks comfortable there. That's cool.
But yeah, I need a longer needle.
Do you mind if I do the
That's it.
pins
Go
before?
for it.
Okay. So we have 2 styles of pins shawl pins from Crafty Flutterby, and we might get more at SAF this year. We got to see. There is the straight pin, and there's the pinannular, and I couldn't find the one we have out as an example. It's probably buried under stuff on that counter. But the pinannular, it's all connected, and the straight pin, when you pull it out, you have 2 pieces. Crafty Flutterby, she finds these really cute charms, and then she hand turns the rest of the material. So they're handmade. Like, she doesn't necessarily make, like, I always worry that people are going to be like, well, she didn't make the rose on this. And she finds cute charms, and she makes the rest. So, just to be full disclosure. And so, let me show you, actually, let me show you on this little, oh, sorry, Liz, I'm making a mess of your square over there.
It's okay.
I'll pick that up later. Let's say you wanted to put this on, and I'm just going to overlay these, and I'm going to put the pin on to hold it in place. So this one That's the 2 pieces. You lay the fancy piece on top, and you stick, there's options because of all the turns on this, but you stick it in the top end all the way to the back, and then out the bottom end, and it is, see, there's the back part of it, and it sits there, and it looks pretty.
I also use those as like hat pins. Like if I have a folded brim on my hat, I'll put it on the side, like
It's
angle it
as
a
long
hat
as
pin.
it's not super crazy thick, chunky, lots of holes. As long as you can get this through some of the material, this works great. It is like 2 pieces, and I have a dragon one that the pieces are rolling around my car somewhere, and I can't find both pieces. But that one, again, you lay the fancy part on top, and you weave this through, so it holds. The penannulars, I think, are really cool, and I had to teach myself how to use this. But it is 1 piece, and this has, like, old, I want to say, like, they might be Scottish or Norse or some kind of roots, like, where you'll see, like, old versions of this. But the stick is attached to the circle, so you're not going to lose pieces. I kind of like that. And then let's see if I can remember. Yeah, okay, so the pin can go through the little opening on the circle. And so if you keep the circle part out away from yourself, and you stick the pin in and out just like I did with the other one, but you stick the pin in and out, so I've got, there it is on the back side. I've gone through all the layers. And then the circle, you can slide over the top here, and the pin passes through, and then you turn the circle. Woo! I looked down to see what I was doing, so let me start again. Put that in. Once you get it in there, you turn the circle so that edge is not lined up with the post, and then it just sits there. And I think it's super cute. And you can turn it up if you want the fancy part up, but
I like it locks in place.
I like that it locks in place, and when you take it off, it's all connected. So I think that's absolutely adorable. These all run in the like $25 range. And they're not up in our online shop, because like these, we've got lots with the little bead up top there, but they're all different. So I will try to put a picture up at the end. I think that's good. Y'all remind me when I'm editing to try to put but that's our shawl, the majority of our shawl pins. We might have a few other wooden ones and just not as fancy ones lying around, but we really focus on the handmade. I really like to have gadgets and gizmos and fancier things and things that assist with both making or wearing pieces when you're done. I like to see if I can support small businesses or have connections with the people who've made them. So they may not be local, but they're handcrafted or they're small businesses. And sometimes that means that since they're not mass produced, I can't just put up, hey, we've got this and there's 12 of them. Yeah, so it's harder to get up in the online shop. So that's the beginning of an answer to shawl pins, Amy King. And Hannah, what are you working on? Are you with us?
Yes.
I distracted and took a side adventure, so I didn't warn her. I've just thrust this upon her.
I am 8 rows away from finishing my brother's sweater.
Honestly, I'm like, I saw this before, and I'm trying to, like, I got really excited before the camera was on with things that you are doing with it, which I think are adorable. And you are knitting so fast.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
So this is my brother's sweater. And
so we keep mentioning the pattern and then
yes,
not remembering?
I actually brought my phone this time so I can look up the name of the pattern.
Okay.
I was semi-smart because I always go to Woodland, but that's never the name. I remember that it's made by Pickles.
Pickles. Yes, that's the fun part. The author's Pickles. Yes.
Okay. Okay, crap. What is it?
It's the winter sailor sweater.
It's
Winter
the winter
sailor.
sailor sweater.
But the W, you go to Woodland, winter sailor sweater. And the thing with it is the stripes, right?
yeah,
Like, and I love, can you hold that up again?
I did thicker striping than they suggest.
Well,
though.
I like with knitting that you can change and do what you want. So this is the same pattern as your dad's.
Yes, it's
and-
the same pattern as my dad's.
We're using
very
the
much
same
changed it.
type of yarn, but
Yes.
different colors, and you changed it, and that's the fun of knitting your own thing. So I loved when I started when you started working on this, and these stripes up here at the top, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be so pretty. And one color changing encore with the solid as it goes down. I mean, that just looks like you have so many different colors in there. And then I saw you doing this sleeve, like I guess earlier this week, maybe, I don't know,
Yeah.
sometime, and I was like, oh, cool, it's solid, so you can really see the color changing with one little stripe. And then I saw her working on that sleeve this morning and went, oh, you did one of each. That's just so
Yeah.
cool. Like,
I was talking to Seth about it. I was like, do you think Ian would like this? And he was like, oh my god, yeah. And so,
well, and not everyone's gonna like that asymmetrical. It's like, it's got a riff on the stripe thing, which
Yeah.
I think is really cool. And were you saying your brother is working in lower school now?
yeah,
Like-
he's working in like pre-K to kindergarten-ish.
I think that,
range.
like, I think the kids would love that. I think the kids are gonna be like, you're cool. Like, again,
Yeah.
preschool, kindergarten may not be having that lingo yet, but I think they're gonna be like, oh, that's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
so it gives off, it's not that it gives off a kindergarten vibe. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say.
No,
But it's playful. That's where I'm going with this. It's playful, and that's fun.
Yeah.
So, yes. And so
You
it's
know,
like,
if
know
you
your
have
audience.
to be the old guy, you can at least look like the cool old guy because when you're in your 20s, if you're working with preschoolers, you're the old guy.
fair enough.
Well, and I'll say the one you made for your dad had a more traditional look to it. But it's the
Yes,
same
it
sweater.
did. I did.
And then that's something for your dad. Like, right? Like you can take the same pattern and have it feel really different for different people depending on what you do for it. And I'm excited to see, like, when you make Seth's. I think that'll be fun to show off too,
I'm
because you
really
have plans
excited
for
for
that.
that one.
And yes,
I'm really
I think it's going to be
excited for that
really
one.
cool. So, and it's the same pattern, but it will look like a different sweater.
There are lots of projects on Ravelry too for it.
Okay.
And it like all of them look completely different.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
kinda
fun.
Cool.
So it's the Winter Sailor.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, not the Winter Soldier. That's different.
And-
Winter Sailor. Okay.
Oh my gosh, which one's the what is the Winter Soldier?
It's-
Where does
it's-
that come
it's
from?
Captain
Marvel.
America.
It's Marvel Comics, yeah.
Oh.
That's where my brain goes. So, but it's the Winter Sailor. And I think about sailors with striped, you know, like the stripes seem like a very sailor theme type of
Yeah.
thing. So, I'm thinking back to like the musicals that have the sailors in the white hats and the stripes and the yeah, anyway. Okay. So,
I just put my last button on.
awesome.
It's 6. I didn't like pre-plan how
Right.
far they were supposed to be, and so I put this one on, and I was like, okay, middle of the gray, middle of the blue,
Okay.
and there were 6 ribs, and so
And so
I
you
just
started
counted
counting?
6 all in
And
between.
it worked perfectly?
And it worked perfectly.
Sorry, that was a little too much reaction, probably, of like, but that's cool. I love it when that works out. Like, there was one thing I made recently where I was supposed to stop at like 20 rows or something, and I was like, let's just count now. I don't know, and it was perfect, and I was like,
I'm one of those who has to do the safety pin or whatever the sock thingy
Yeah.
is
to see progress.
to make sure that it's like
Well,
perfect.
okay. Well, I mean, it's smart to try to keep track and put the marker in to make sure, and then yes, if it needs to be perfect.
No,
I'm
I
anal about my buttons.
I was like
That was going to
6 inches or 6.
We can have that conversation later.
I was just you end that word a syllable shorter, and it actually makes sense. What?
It's like 6 ribs just looks right. And
Yeah, that looks nice.
I
Did that just hit you, what I said?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Unintentional. You are now ushered into the unintentional puns club. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to talk about what I've made lately. I finished a did I wake you up a little bit?
I need coffee.
We'll get coffee in a minute, or if you know, it's over there. So I finished the bag for Robin and I sent it off to her. She did one of the surprise me project bags. So look for that in the mail, Robin. And then I decided I finished my the embroidery of the Sun Dragon logo. So I made a bag with it.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. It's Sun Dragon colors. So if these are your colors, that's great. If they're not, you may not like this as much as I do. But the yellow is so I hand embroidered that off of my logo, sizing it right. So it's originally my drawing. The yellow is from my stash, and I thought it went pretty well. I actually have 2 tones of yellow in the stitching. And then Liz found, she thought of me when she saw this knit fabric up here that has all these different colors. It's little knit stitches. Da-da. So, and it's red-ish. So,
No, it's red.
I mean, it's got different shades of red, and the darkest shade is almost a purpley red. But that goes with Sun Dragon colors. So I'm going to use
Almost the
Ysolda.
purpley red.
Oh, well, it's right.
like wine
Anyway.
and red and white.
Yes.
It's a Merlot.
And then I had a zipper bag of 2 tones that would work with this, which was great. And I made the strap out of the knit fabric. And when I went to Beginnings, the quilt shop in Hendersonville, I found fabric that had little yarn balls on it. And I was like, that would be great with this too. But it's off-white, and this is bright white. And so it didn't go for the outside. So I used it on the inside. Look at that. It's so cute.
Oh my.
I think it's adorable.
It is.
It makes me very happy. So, this was, the embroidery was a lot of work, and the extra fancy fabric for the lining and all that kind of stuff. So this is a medium-sized bag. It is online for $145 because it is one of a kind, super special. I spent a lot of time working on it. But if you like it,
But
I would love for it to go to a good home. Yeah, isn't that cute?
That's adorable.
Back when I was dreaming this up,
Uh-huh.
I ordered these because I'm like,
That's precious.
so I have tags that are either foldable for the side of the bigger bags, the medium and large. They say stitched by Sun Dragon. I designed this myself too, but that's computer font, but it's my logo, computer font. I had someone on Etsy make these. The smaller bags, so last night I'm dealing with tax stuff and it's making my brain hurt. And so I took a break and I made, are you having fun with the buttons?
yeah.
Are you having fun watching her with the buttons? They're going to watch the buttons. I got fabric at Beginnings that had fall foliage on it. And we're finally getting into fall foliage season, so I made a small project bag. So you can see the difference in sizes, large to small. I decided this fabric was pretty enough that I wanted the fabric to shine. So I'm just going to go over you guys.
You're fine.
That's okay. I just used quilting lines. I stitched over this to give it a more quilted, because there's batting inside of this, so it's a thicker fabric. And I just did the diagonal quilting lines on top of this. But, so they're single pieces of fabric that are quilted. And then I thought this orange zipper went really well. And I thought the yellow lining, which is the lining of Robin's bag, would really go well with this too. So, this is going to have a single. This is not the folded version. I'm going to sew it right in here. Since I forgot to put it on last night while I was working on the bag, I'm going to hand stitch it on. But this, You're good. I want to make this in all different sizes until my fabric runs out. This guy's going to go up on the shop website later today. It's going to be $30 because there isn't fancy embroidery and fancier fabric and pieced sections on it, that kind of thing. So I'm really excited for this and for fall. I don't think I have a zipper. Yeah. I don't think I have an orange zipper if I make the notions pouch size.
Yeah,
I was
the
talking
yellow
about.
one might be cool.
A yellow one might be cool because I have a variety pack of zippers and I don't think I have multiples of the colors, but I think yellow would go well. So I'm going to stitch
Or
this
red.
in. I think I have options. But I'm really excited to have made this. If you want it before I put it online, call the shop. So, other things before we go. I have two more things. The yarn of the, tummies are talking to each other. The yarn of the month, the Yasbayada. I have started to make fingerless mitts, and this pattern's really cute. I've started to make fingerless mitts out of them. I'm pretty sure I can get 2 mitts out of 1 ball. The pattern is really cute. It's the Cozy and Lazy Mitts by Speckled Wool or something like that. It's Svetlana is her name, and I forget her last name. But I really love about this pattern is instead of like a lot of fingerless mitts will like go around and then start from a single point and spread out to do the gusset for the thumb. And what this one does is it takes 14 stitches of the original cast on and just starts building more glove out this way. And then that 14 stitches becomes your thumb. So there isn't a small point that opens out. There's just a big piece that breaks off. And so and these are going so fast because I'm doing sock knitting. These are going so fast.
What size needles?
I'm on 8s right now. Even though this is a chunky yarn, it has you on 7s and 8s. And I did them on 6s and 8s because that's just what I brought home. So the cuffs, the pieces that are going to be a little tighter are I'm sorry, our answering machine's going off in the other room. I'm on 8s right now though, but it's going really fast because it's only like 30 stitches. And it's 30 stitches around and then you add on for the thumb. And yeah, so the other thing I wanted to show you, and someone's leaving a message right now, which is distracting me as well, but I will listen to that later. The other project I wanted to show you is we have officially started the Anyday Sweatshirt make-along, and here's how my Anyday Sweatshirt is going. Yay! And I wanted to show you how it fit because it's actually working pretty well. And I have someone to call back later. I'm hearing a phone number. But yep. Okay, let's see. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna put this on my barber cords. While I'm doing this, so I can show you this before we open the shop. We have Sit and Stitch every Tuesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern. We're not having a Sunday Sit and Stitch this month because October is just too crazy. But every Tuesday night, we have Sit and Stitch unless something crazy comes up. And you get into Zoom with the shop phone number.
828-877-3550.
Yay! And I'm trying to think of... We're doing the last part of our sock seminar, our online class, this Sunday. And you can always buy the recordings for them after it's done. It's $90 for all 3 sessions. I'm just trying to think of, like, what else while I'm putting this on, the barber cords. I was going to talk about the flights, but we can talk about them next week.
I
So,
can tease them.
You want to tease them? Likey's come out with, you go ahead and start talking.
Likey's come out with another flight. Stainless steel. Comes in this we have a couple other colors coming. These are the ones that came in first. It's my favorite. They are so pretty.
What size are those needles, Liz?
These needles in
This is
this
the standard
flight
kit.
is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10.5.
U.S. sizes.
U.S. sizes. They come with standard clear steel swivel cables, a 24, a 32, a 40, and a 47.
Like Chowgu.
They
Steel cables.
have more memory than Chowgu. I started playing with them last night. But
They're as close as Likies are going to get.
Yeah. You get 2 connectors, 4 keys, 8 stoppers.
Poop.
And it even came with a little grippy to tighten them. Anyway, they are slicker than
Did you
Chowgu.
lose stitches?
Yes, because I didn't put this on a 60. I thought it was on a 60. I'm on a 30. Keep talking.
They are
I'll get there.
They are slicker than Chowgu, because they're just nice. The needles feel wonderful. My only sadness is they're not completely memory free, which we'll deal with. But the needles are fantastic. So, I'm just really memory. But the needles, like,
I'm excited. They come in these
They're-
cute cases.
they're nicely
and
weighted too. They're
Yeah.
not like
Ooh.
really. They're not light.
What I like about them is they break them up into different sizes. And like, you can get a standard, a mini, or a bulky. And
They have the same points as Chowgu.
yeah, they're just as pointy. But like for people who don't want to, because it's a huge chunk of change to get the really big sets. It's a huge chunk of change. And for people who only want a certain size, or they don't need the big ones and they don't need the super small ones, I'm waiting for the standard one, the 3 through 10.5. That covers what a lot of people use these for. And sorry guys, I'm
Oh no. The carry case also makes a nice little stand.
that's another thing I like about the Likies. And
You never knew that?
No.
and
I've always wondered how that.
it's a little
was
Velcro standy
positioned
thing.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's the coolest.
the bulky one, what does the bulky one have, Liz?
The bulky one has 10 3/4, so a 7mm, 11, 13, 15, and 17.
So it's if you like chunky knitting.
But it doesn't go bigger than a 17, but it does have the 7mm, which is the 10 3/4.
And I want to say that this one we're selling for $155, which is better than like the sorry, I'm having to readjust these. I'm leaving some on the 30-inch and I'm moving the rest to the 60-inch. So okay, hang on. The bulky one is $145. The standard one is $155. But like the Chowgu complete set, the next time we order it is going to be well over $250, I'm pretty sure, because tariffs. And okay. This is kind of working. And now I'm going to slide this end onto the big one. The minis, I was really excited to get the minis in, but they're so popular, they're back ordered. The minis are going to be like the 2s through 0s probably. And they're going to be great for magic looping socks, that kind of thing. My favorite way to make socks if I'm not on double points is 2 circulars, and an interchangeable set is still not going to have enough tips for 2 circulars. But for people who really love doing socks and small things, you can just get the mini size. So you can customize it. We don't have interchangeable stuff in the shop except for one Likey set, one Chowgu set that is
The large sizes.
not where I was going.
Oh. For socks?
We have a mini set, and the only
It's
type
tiny.
we bring in for socks is a mini set. I'll get that. Well, let me put it on the table. Which is teeny tiny ones. But not many companies make sock size ones. Like, and not the shorty set. I'm not talking about the shorty set because that's a whole nother thing. But if people like to magic loop, not many people make interchangeable sets for that. So it's more of a, you kind of have to make do, or you have to buy all the standard sizes. So I was excited to have one in that does that. And let's see if hopefully this kind of works to hold this. Okay. So as they come in, we'll let you know. If you want us to order some, you can call us because the standard ones, we have one maroon, we have a purple coming for the case. And if you're interested in other stuff, let us know. You could prepay and we will ship them when they come in. We just don't know when that's going to be. Okay, this is kind of cobbled together on a few different barber cords, and hopefully I can actually put it on because we need to open the shop and I need to check that message. But, okay. Because the 30-inch cord it probably needs to shift a little to be on. So this is fitting this will fit better than it looks right now, but it's how I have the cords through the stitches. But the
shoulders line up.
The shoulders line up really nice. The way this is shaped, it lines up really nice. I'm actually I'm pulling this down over the girls, but I'm about to do the bust shaping for the girls, so it's not supposed to be here yet. So I can leave this up top. I've added a few extra stitches on, and now I'm going to be doing short rows for the bust modifications. So I've been watching too many British people on Reels. I'm super chuffed. That's what they all say. So that's becoming part of my lingo, just because I'm watching stuff online. And this is going to roll out a little more, so the sleeves are going to be, it's going to have a little more of a drop shoulder feel than some other set-in sleeve construction. So I'm excited. I need to get back to it, but yeah, see, that's going to come out like another inch maybe.
Yeah.
And so if you want to make one, like I highly encourage jumping on the bandwagon and making one, and I'm going to be working on this and talking about it and sharing what I can for the next 2 months. So, and I'm making this out of Jody Long Alba in a really pretty purple color that has blue fleckies in it, which is wonderful. So, yes, we need to go open the shop. I finally got that done. So thanks for sticking with us. Yawning is contagious.
Sorry.
What do you say at the end, Liz?
Like, subscribe, ring the bell.
All the fun stuff. Come to our ribbon cutting if you're in the area tomorrow. Bye!